Good day guys, welcome to another episode of Langriiser 3.0 November news from the future. But before we continue, very great thanks to the source of the Langriiser database. So known as the 梦幻模拟站资料库. All information is provided from this site. This week's content will be break into two parts. First part will be new soldiers, 3Cs exclusive for characters. Then for the next part, we will be going through, finally after a long awaited season, the next collaboration character skills disclosure. But that will be happening on the second part of video. So first off, we'll be going through on units, 3Cs and items, or units, item and 3Cs. So here we go. So this will be the new soldiers. The skills will be shown here. This will be the elf archer rider. They have a shooting range of 2, a movement speed of 5. So at level 10, their skills will be, the soldier's attack will increase by 20% when in forest, grassland and mountain. During battle, their attack will increase by an addition of 15%, so a total of 35%. Then magical damage received will reduce by 30%, and they will not receive close combat penalty. So wow, apparently they have, let me see, 1, 2, 4 effects. By default, they will increase a maximum attack of 20%. Then second, when during they are at terrains like forest, grassland and mountain, their attack will further increase by another 15%, and magical damage received will reduce by 30%. And fourth, they will not be affected by close combat penalties. So this is fairly cool, I guess, and hopefully you have great synergy with heroes, and heroes that can use will be Elstrel, Ganil, Luna, Olivia, Dihato, Dios, Birotius, and Kanzaki. So okay, the next new soldiers will be the Steel Fur Werewolf. So yep, I guess that's how you translate it. Okay, they have a battle range of 1, movement speed of 5. Okay, I guess I'm gonna recommend heroes who can be able to use first. So the hero that can use these soldiers will be Bernhard, Guzela, Sonia, Ashram, Toguro Brothers, Charlutier, Akaya, and Kenbei from the new collaborations. Okay, introducing them at level 10. After battle and ending their turns, they will recover a maximum of 20% of their HP. And then followed by, when their HP are above 70%, when you actively attack will increase by 40%. When being attacked, defense will increase by 40%. Whoa! Okay, so they have 3 effects. So first off, after battle and ending turn, they will recover HP of 20%. That's the first. Second, which requires some criteria, you require your soldiers to have their HP to be above 70% to start trigger. So when above 70%, their attack will increase by 40%, and when being attacked, their defense will increase by 40%. Whoa, this is definitely a lot. Usually we only get to see a maximum of 30%. That's like the standard or almost like meta, but apparently this is out of a norm of increasing 40% for attack and 40% for defense. So I think this is definitely very cool. So okay, so that's all for the new soldiers. Now we are coming to exclusive items. First off, for accessory will be for Lainforce, the Heart of Crimson. So okay, this is to the stats will be increasing attack and skill. So okay, this is to have the synergy with Lainforce talent, the heart, the strength of the stars. So ranging from left to right will be from rank 3 to rank 6 of the items. It will boost a maximum of 5% for Lainforce attack and increase a +1 movement for Lainforce. So by equipping this item, he will automatically have a +1 movement speed and increase 5% of his attack. This is fairly cool. And then the next effect is to do with his talent. So when you have 4 layers and above of the strength of the stars, he can ignore, when moving, he can ignore enemy blocking his movement. So apparently he can pass through enemy while moving. Okay, fairly good. When you have 7 layers and above, after dealing damage to enemy, you will apply a very strong debuff to the enemy. So a total of 4 effects. So first off, increase attack. Second, increase movement speed. Third, when you have starting from 4 strength of a stars buff onwards, he will not have movement restraints. Even when there is enemy blocking him, he can pass through enemy. Then fourth, when you have 7 layers, after dealing damage to enemy, apply a strong debuff to them. Based on the context here, they did not restrict to single enemy, so I presume if you do AoE damage, so all enemies that is being dealt AoE will receive a strong debuff. So fairly cool. Got to give credits, and hopefully we will be seeing Lainforce to appear again in S6 or maybe S7 in the Apex. Okay, so next will be Emilia. Her exclusive will be the Passing of the Glory. I guess that's how I'm going to translate it. It's a weapon. It's basically like a mace for her, and what it will be boosting the stats will be for attack and HP. So the skills will be known as the Flames Dragon Protection. So the effect will be increasing from left to right 3 stars to a maximum of 5 stars, increasing both defense and magical defense by 5% when being attacked by enemy and going through battle. Physical damage received from units will be reduced by 10%. Then when you have Holy Guard or high level Holy Guard, can't remember what they're gonna call it in the English version, but the Chinese version is 圣位 or 高阶圣位, so I presume is the Holy Guard or the 3C skills of Emilia. When you have that in effect, the hero, which is Emilia only, will be able to counter range attack. So apparently the context here is they did not say counter 2 tiles, 2 square, 2, 3 squares of tiles. So I presume no matter how far enemy are at, as long as it's a range attack, Emilia will be able to counter attack. And if this is true, this will be very good. So, okay, we're gonna sum up again. First effect, increase physical and magical defense to a maximum of 5%. Second effect, during battle, physical damage taken will be reduced by 10% for whole units. I think this is the downside. I was hoping for both physical and magic damage. Okay, third effect, when you have Holy Guard or her 3C guard skill effect, Emilia will be able to counter attack the range attack. So I guess the downside will be it's just only for Emilia but not together with her unit. So I guess this is fairly lenient, and I guess that's that for Emilia. Okay, next we'll be going through on 3C. So first off, we will be having Omega. Ta-da! Finally, for the long wait, I'm a fan of Omega as a character, but I understand that he has been a joke character because of the chest plate he has been wearing. Okay, the name of his 3C is Gu Ying Ji, which I roughly translate into Lone Shadow's Assault or Lone Shadow Speed Strike or Assault Strike. I guess Lone Shadow Strike sounds better. Okay, it's a support skill with a CD of 2 turns and only apply to himself, and it's a single targeting skill. So okay, let's check out how it works. So it's a support skill applied to himself. The units will increase critical rate and critical damage by 15%. Hero shooting range, attack range will increase by 1. This effect will last for 2 turns. After casting this skill, you can act again. Then, after you act again, the movement that Omega will be allowed to move will be the remaining movement plus 2. And you can only move in a straight line direction. So it's either up, down, left, right. You can't move to any tiles that are 45 degrees to Omega. So okay, we gotta sum up. First effect, increase unit critical rate and critical damage by 15%. Second effect, increase Omega's hero's attack range by 1. Additional 1. Oh, okay. And this lasts for 2 turns. And after casting, you can act again. So the third effect will be act again. And the fourth will be his movement will be his remaining movement plus 2. So minimum you'll be able to move 2 for Omega, and I'm not going to be counting the maximum. And the fifth effect will kind of be a downside, will be Omega will be only allowed to move on straight line, so moving left, right, up or down directions, but not 45 degree, any tile that is 45 degree up to him. So okay, sounds cool. Increase his critical rate and also his hero attack range. So together with Lear Bow, he can attack enemy as far as 4 squares or tiles. I gotta say, it looks and sounds cool, but the problem now will be by Apex, as of Apex 6, will he still be able to kill or finish off enemy easily? So that will be the questions, but I still think it's possible. Maybe you guys can leave down your thoughts in the comment sections below. Then next will be Jessica Prime, so she will be receiving her 3C skill. Okay, so it's a magical damage type skill with a CD cost of 5. It's a 5-turn cooldown, a shooting range of 3 squares of tiles, and the range will be 4 squares of tiles. So apparently it's divided into 2 sections, passive and active. So we will be introducing first off passive skills, which is kind of funny because upon Jessica's prime death, dispel 2 debuff from allies who are 5 squares or tiles within Jessica Prime's range. Then heal them up for 3 times her intelligence and receive a buff of damage reduction of 15%, which lasts for 2 turns and unable to be dispelled. Then next, for active magical damage skill, attack multiples enemy in range, dealing 0.33 times AoE damage effective against demon units. At the same time, recover HP for ally of up to 3 times Jessica Prime's intelligence and dispel 2 debuff from ally, and also gaining the buff of damage reduction from enemy by 15%, lasts for 1 turn. So wow, so they gave Jessica Prime a skill that will help her when she's alive and also on death. But in fact, this skill has like better synergy if she dies, so it's kind of encouraging players to let her to kill her off after she has spammed her 3C, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna going through her skills effect again. So first, upon death, this will be breaking out into 2 parts, passive and active. So for passive, first off, upon death, an ally who are 5 squares or tiles near her will get a benefit of a maximum of 2 debuff removal. Then third effect, they'll get healed up based on 3 times her intelligence. Fourth effect, they will receive a buff of damage reduction from enemy and lasts for 2 turns, and this buff cannot be removed. So okay, for buff for passive, fairly cool. Then now for active skill. So first off, you get to attack multiples enemy because it's an AoE skill, deals 0.33 times AoE damage. Second effect, deal effective against demon units. And third, recover HP to nearby ally based on 3 times Jessica's intelligence. Okay, the fourth effect will be remove 2 debuff, maximum of 2 debuff from ally. And fifth effect, allow them to gain damage reduction of 15% from enemy, and it lasts for 1 turn. Sounds fairly cool, or very cool indeed. But I'm gonna hold your horse because if the 3C is released before Rose and Seal, I think this is definitely a plus of a very great synergy to all characters. But with the introduction of Rose and Seal, this kind of sounds linear. But this is just my thoughts. But then again, for players who do not have Rose and Seal, she is definitely big plus to any faction of characters, but of course it will be better for Origin of Light and the Glory factions, because finally we have a wheeler for Glory of Light and Origins of Light. So these are my thoughts, and last but not least, before the end of this video, we finally get to have a glimpse of Evo or Emo Matthew or Mashu. So this is him holding on to L Hazard, but in my thoughts I would like to call him Bozo Mashu, because as the story goes, only Bozo has the right to hold on to L Hazard, or only welder who can weld L Hazard are characters who are recognized or known as Bozo. So this is my thoughts, and this is how the Evil Lord Matthew will look like. So did you think this is cool? Very nice. Leave down your thoughts in the comment sections below. This is Kami signing off. We will see you guys on the next video. Goodbye.